And right after those messages, welcome back to more of the Leena Shah show. And like every Friday, this Friday as well, we have makeup artist Miriam Gonzalez right here in the studio. Hey, Miriam, how you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you
Oh,
doing?
just totally awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. So, this weather that's out there in Houston, a lot of people are actually watching us on Facebook Live as well. They're not experiencing these clouds and these thunder showers. This morning, exactly those seconds, that those 2 minutes where I had to walk out to my car, exactly those 2 minutes, it was the worst rain of my life. And as soon as I got in the car, it just stopped raining. Does it happen to you, Miriam? Does it ever happen? Or is it just me?
No, it happens to me too. As a matter of fact, we took a vacation to San Antonio a couple weeks ago
Uh-huh.
and we went to SeaWorld
Mm-hmm.
and we got to enjoy a little bit. But as soon as we got to the truck, it poured down like bad.
Right,
But
right.
yes,
I think it's a divine plan that okay, Lena's hair is looking so nice today. Let's wet it. Let's like spoil it all. Miriam's looking her eyeliner's on point today. Let's soak her in rain. It's a divine plan, and
It
and
is.
and these things keep on happening. So, do you have any tips or tricks as to when the weather gets like this? Because it's going to be raining this week, and a lot of women who are listening to us right now, and they're thinking, what should they do? What are the things that they can do to make sure that the makeup and the look stays on point despite the weather out there?
so I would say for this type of weather, you want to make sure and prep your skin really good.
Uh-huh.
By that, I mean like get a good hydrating cream
Okay.
and just whatever your skin grabs or because we all have like different techniques and then your skin may not like what my skin likes, so I mean just find a product that your skin is going to like
Mm-hmm.
and leave it for 5 minutes, minimum 5 minutes, and then set your foundation. You also want to make sure and
Okay,
do a setting spray.
1 second. I have a question here, and I'll be interrupting you a lot. You said put the moisturizer on, whatever it is.
Yes.
Wait for 5 minutes.
Yes.
A lot of people don't wait. I mean, I'd like to ask you, why should we wait after putting on the moisturizer before we put the foundation on?
Because whenever you wait 5 minutes or more, like 5 minutes is your minimum.
Okay.
And when you wait 5 minutes,
Mhm.
then your skin is gonna grab all the nutrients, all the hydrating that your skin needs,
Okay.
so that whenever you apply the foundation, then it's not gonna look all cakey or it's not gonna like it won't last as long as if you would leave the proper time.
Okay. Okay. So when you put on the foundation right after you put on the moisturizer, does it like not allow the skin to absorb the nutrients, or does it just like mix with the moisturizer on the skin, or what happens?
Yes, well, it's both. It won't absorb the nutrients,
Uh-huh.
but also like at first, like you'll see, oh, it's okay, it'll be good. But then like 2-3 hours later, you'll see like all cakey or wearing off because it's not grabbing the proper technique.
Okay. Wow. So when we are talking about techniques, since it's one of the we have just started doing this show, and for those who have tuned in, this is Miriam's going to come in with a lot of makeup tips, beauty tips, fashion tips. What do you mean by techniques when we are applying a makeup? How would you define a technique, and why are techniques important?
So a technique is defined by like per se, you say if you don't wait the 5 minutes minimum to keep the hydrating cream to grab all the nutrients on your skin,
Uh-huh.
that's a technique, like you're waiting your 5 minutes and then you're applying the product, whichever foundation, whatever foundation is your favorite. It could be, lowest name brand, whatever you want to call it, but it's the technique that you use that's going to make you love that makeup and how it's going to look in your skin.
Okay.
So that's what I mean by using the proper technique.
Okay. All right. That's great. I love what you just shared over there. So it really depends on the kind and the quality of makeup you're using, but it also depends on the technique, how good of a look you can create with it.
Right.
Wow. So it's basically like playing with Play-Doh.
Exactly.
So you sit on your vanity and you just like open up all these colors, all these brushes, and listen to this show, watch podcasts, watch other videos, and create an awesome look. And talking about watching videos, congratulations! Yay! Congratulations, Miriam. That is so, and this is your first ever 5.5 million views on a video.
Yes. And there's another one trending again, 1.6 million again.
Okay, so how does it feel to reach 5.5 million?
It feels amazing. I mean, honestly, I haven't had a chance to like go and, go live on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
But I have been replying to most of the comments, of course. Here we come again with like the good comments and the hating comments. But
Right,
I
right.
don't feed into that. I just, I talk and reply to all the good comments and say thank you. But it feels good to have the support of everyone. And it's just I think it's my technique that a lot of people they're questioning, but in the end, like I guess in camera they can't appreciate as much as you can in person.
Right.
But when it photographs, like it's so beautiful. So I mean, I'm proud of my work.
And tell us what kind of technique are you displaying in that video? By the way, those who have no idea what we're talking about, I'm sure you have an idea because one of Miriam's latest video has gone viral on TikTok and it's crossed 5.5 million views. So tell us what kind of technique it is and how can people find you on TikTok?
So you can find me on TikTok on my display name. If you can see it on live, it's MUA_Miriam Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm.
And so the technique that I'm using for the eyeshadow, I think that's what's spiking the most views.
Mm-hmm.
But the technique that I use for my eyeshadow, I always prep the eyelid with a base foundation, whichever brand it is, But the way I set it is I go like 2 shades lighter than their skin tone. That way I can grab the correct color pigmentation on any eyeshadow.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does is that your makeup will last all day. And some people will say, oh, it looks too cakey. Oh, they're not going to be able to open their eyes. But it's not like once you put it on, like it's really not made you used to prep eyeshadow. So
Okay.
most people don't agree with how I do it, but it works for me. So I'm not saying they're wrong. I mean, I'm not wrong either. I don't think so, but it works for me. So
So when we're talking about eyeshadow application, of course, this means that the color that we see on the palette of the eyeshadow, is it doesn't always come out to be the same color on the eye. So and you're saying that if you use the foundation color 2 tones lighter and prep your eyelid with that, you may be able to see a more truer color of the eyeshadow that you see in the palette.
yes, that's right.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
So for those of you struggling, not getting the color that you see on your makeup palette, then now you know why.
Now I know why that video has gone 5.5 million.
Yes.
Okay, that is a really really awesome technique, and thank you so much for sharing that with our listeners as well. And like Miriam said that if you go onto our Facebook Live right now, you will see our names and you'd be able to see her name as well. And that's the same name that you can find, MUA_Miriam Gonzalez. That's how you'll find her on TikTok as well. Miriam, give us a little bit of your intro as well. Tell us, how long have you been doing this? What is your passion behind it? And what kind of work you're doing and how you know Rehan Siddiqui and how many times have you worked with Team Hum before?
Well, I started doing this since 2003, meaning makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I've been doing a lot of physique models. I've done a lot of pageants. I competed myself. I'm former Miss Texas. I met I met Rehan through Sami Khalik. We were doing a lot of PSA shows, and I also got to do a juror for one of the pageants for Miss India.
Okay.
And that's how I met Rehan. And from there on, we did a lot of events for like bringing in
the celebrities.
Yes.
Yeah, Bollywood celebrities.
Yeah. So and that's how we started here at Hum FM.
Wow. I'm sure that a lot listeners would really be interested in knowing what happens backstage. Like when you're doing the makeup for a celebrity or a model, how is she different from like a regular person, because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the makeup room, which is the real gossip. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. But for now, what we're going to do is we are hopping on towards a commercial break. But before the commercial break, let's move on towards a song. And right after the break, we're going to have Mumtaz Zaman as well. And he's going to be telling us the importance of signing up for medical insurance and why it needs to be done right now. But for now, let's check out Bacha with Pani Pani.
उसने मुझे छुआ भी